Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
So, we're just going to go. Rob Reiner was recently murdered by his son with his wife. I believe they were in bed. They were coming back from a Conan O'Brien party. The son, and this is all alleged. Not the best party guest at this event, was asked to leave. And then later that night, and I believe he lived in a house across the street from Rob Reiner in Brentwood, California. One of the most elite places on planet Earth to live. I believe his daughter has the house, and the son was living with the daughter. And then eventually, I think the daughter, I think she might have been the one that found her father and mother in bed. And then maybe help police at that point track down the son. I was recently doing some Christmas stuff with my friend and his family, and spent the night at his place, and just people. He had people over, so you kind of rotate some of the conversations, and some of the people there, this came up, and some people didn't even know who it was, what it was, who Rob Reiner was. And I know there's a political position to the death and murder of Rob Reiner. But here's the thing. On this show, we do movies. It's fair to say Rob Reiner had a run from 1984, This Is Spinal Tap, all the way to 1995, The American President. Had a little bit of a flash of genius, 2007, The Bucket List. But This Is Spinal Tap, Stained by Me, The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, Few Good Men, North, people forget about North, and The American President. Now, he followed The American President the next year with Goes to Mississippi, which is solid, but the movies that hit the culture were really from 1984 to 1992. No one talks about American President. That's an incredible, fantastic movie. But he's made movies all the way down to 2024, 2025. God and Country, I believe, is a documentary. 2023, Albert Brooks, Defending My Life, incredible documentary. Shock and Awe, 2017. This Is Spinal Tap, 2025. But he's through the 2000s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 movies throughout the 2000s. His early career films, the agency films, if you will, right? Like Few Good Men only gets made when everyone's a part of the same agency. Those films are incredible, impactful, generation defining, and we saw a lot of this commentary, a lot of this come out during the coverage of Rob Reiner's murder. But one movie stood out, the 2015 Being Charlie. The next, keep in mind, the movie he makes after this is LBJ, and there's somewhat of a positioning to rewrite LBJ's legacy. I will say that. I haven't seen the movie, but Woody Harrelson's in it. I mean, I would 100% watch this. I mean, I would watch this with Oliver Stone's W, JFK, Nixon, Patton. There's a run of military political figure movies that you can just put together and just enjoy the spectacle. Just enjoy so many of these the best of the best portraying public figures. I don't know. I like that sort of stuff. So he makes Being Charlie, which is, I want to say, it's this movie, absolutely solid, by the way, guys. This might be Rob Reiner's best movie in his later years. It's co-written by Nick Reiner, his son. This is one of the best portrayals of if we want to really see what rehab looks like and the path of rehab and the people around you. This movie is it. Morgan Saylor plays Ava, his love interest that disappears, and a lot of this movie hit home for me because I've been on the other side of this. I've been around people in life just like the character Charlie. His father is running for governor. I'm watching this. I'm like, oh my god, would hit even harder if the father was in show business, because the son. I mean, we have a incredible uplifting ending, and the ending rolls right into the real world where you can see that Rob Reiner and his son, they were trying to map out and predict that his son one day would look back at this time and be able to laugh, be able to get something out of it, be able to realize that this was something hard and tragic and everyone got through it, and now this is where we are. That's, I believe, we talk about intent. That was the intent of this. The path to the final credits is absolutely gut-wrenching. We can always kind of like somewhat anticipate a death, close friends, like we kind of know someone's going to OD. We have that scene that as horrific as the OD scene in Breaking Bad. They made this movie for $2 to $3 million, and during the coverage of Rob Reiner, they were talking about this, and people show some of the clips that Rob Reiner and Nick would have during some of the interviews and press junkets to promote this movie. And you want to say that Rob Reiner put himself in front of this movie for his son to know that his son would know that he had his back, that his son wasn't alone. Back in the day, I used to work with this insurance guy, and his family is tied to Philadelphia, like legacy type insurance, like big money, big family, and one of the offshoots of this family, like still involved, still connected to some of that family moolah. His son OD'd, and I had a couple interactions with him via Facebook when I kind of knew something was up, and I look back at that, and like that kid had no business getting involved with what he did, with what he got involved in. No business. And you kind of view it sometimes as a sign of rebellion. It's a rebellious act. And that's a really tough thing for a family to dissect and penetrate and to stop, especially when people are working and people are high level, and it is maybe like a bigger family, and like the focus and the attention doesn't seem quite there. This, you get the sense of that in this movie, the strife of the mother and the father, and everyone just struggling to figure things out to help this kid. I think this is one of the best addiction movies. I think this is one of the best drug movies for the category. We can double it as a coming of age film. But as hopeful as the end credits and the third act, the final of this movie, the way we wrap it up, as hopeful as it was, it doubles as heartbreaking knowing the reality, because this is somewhat of a biopic, written by the people involved with this lifestyle. Really tough stuff, AKAPADers. Being Charlie is a must watch. Now, I'm going to get a little bit deeper with Rob Reiner. I'm going to round out his filmography. We will do a Wednesday show on the films of Rob Reiner, focusing on like the less obvious ones. Sorry, Princess Bride fans. I want to get a little bit more of a clearer picture of what he did in his later years to really sculpt out the filmography. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching some Rob Reiner. I think this film is important. It's maybe the most important film you can watch right now. Check it out. I think I call you on Tubi for free. Love you guys. Rock and roll.
Okay, that's a wrap.